Hello buddy, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now in this video I'll be talking about the players who I think should win the PFA Player of the Year. I'll go through a couple of candidates, then I give you mine at the end. Now it is a couple of weeks before that does get announced. You can let me know your thoughts, predictions, opinions, all of that good stuff in the comments. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you are enjoying the content on the channel. So let's get straight into it. Now the first player, I'm going to go from position wise. I'm going to start off from some of the keepers that I want to talk about. The only keeper that I'm going to really talk about is David Raya. As much as I thought Lamonde's been good, Donnarumma's been good, Keller has been good. I think the only keeper that would probably get nominated for that award would probably be David Raya. Very good season, helped Arsenal in the Premier League for the first time in 20 years. Was a key part of that as well. It wasn't like, we had a few good performances. He had a lot of good performances. Won a Golden Glove again. Fantastic keeper, someone I really do like. I think his qualities, his consistency are very, very good. Won a Golden Glove now the last 3 seasons in a row. I think he's a really exciting goalkeeper and someone that I really do like watching. I think he can play off in the back, give Arsenal everything they sort of want. Yes, at times he does make a few errors. However, I do think he is a pretty good keeper and someone that I do like as well. So yeah, I think he'd be actually a decent candidate and someone I think will probably do well. Maybe get high, into the job. I think he is a pretty decent keeper, to be honest with you. The second player, in terms of defenders now, which defenders do I think would be nominated? I think Gabriel will definitely be up there. Again, very key component of Arsenal, winning the Premier League, getting that far in the Champions League. Very, very good season. For me, he's one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. I still think Saliba is better than him. However, I think Gabriel, very, very good player. And someone who does have a lot of good qualities. Consistency be putting in now for the last couple of years. I think he really is a solid defender and someone that I really do like. So Gabriel for me would definitely be a contender. I think if you're looking at, as I said, his consistency, his reliability-based performances, his leadership, the big goals that he come up with for Arsenal. In terms of other defenders, again, Saliba I think will be nominated. I think he had a very good season as well for Arsenal. I think Nico O'Reilly should be in there with the shout. I think again, goals in the Carabao Cup. I know it's not the Prem, but his performances for City were very, very good. Consistent performances, left back in that centre mid. I think he's a very good player and one that's destined for big things, to be honest. In terms of other defenders, I don't think there really is anyone else. Again, let me know in the comments if you think anyone that's been good to me. Van Dijk, however, Liverpool weren't that great as a team. Into midfielders now, Declan Rice is obviously the first one. Now, a lot of people are screaming for Declan Rice to win the award. I get it, I hear it. I think Declan Rice had a very good season for Arsenal. Very good World Cup for England. Very, very good player is Declan Rice. I'm not saying that he's not. I think if you look at, he played more minutes in some clubs, which is insane when you think about it. Very, very reliable player. Someone that will probably give you a minimum 7, 8 out of 10 performance every game. His work rate, his quality, the set piece delivery. I think he's a really good player. In other midfielders, Rodri, wasn't that great in the Premier League, so I don't think he'd get nominated for that, but his World Cup was stellar. Bruno Fernandes for me. Now this, I'm going to say early, this is the last player I'm going to talk about. Bruno Fernandes for me should be that PFA Player of the Year. Yes, United didn't win a trophy, but if you look at how instrumental he was to United finishing third and getting our first Champions League spot in a few years now, it was Bruno Fernandes. Every big moment, a lot of chances created, 21 assists, breaking a record which hasn't been broken for over 20 years. It's insane what he did for United last season. And imagine if you put him in not a half decent, but you put him in a City or an Arsenal. 2 teams, the only 2 teams that finished above obviously United last season. I think, if you stop in that, as much as Arsenal fans like Odegaard and I like Odegaard as well, if you put Bruno in that Arsenal team, totally different team. And I think that's how good he is. Very, very good player. Technically very good on the ball. Can read the game. Yeah, I just think he's a great player and someone who, for me, has so much quality and availability. The amount of games he plays for United is ridiculous, to be honest with you. So yeah, there's some of the players that I think should win the PFA Player of the Year. Let me know your thoughts. Other nominations, Haaland you can probably put in there. I think he had a very good season. You can't put Saka in there. You can't put any other goalkeeper in there, in my opinion. I think the main nominees, Bruno, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, Haaland. I think they're the main ones. Yes, there's a case to be argued for Semenyo. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on who you think should win it. For me, it should single-handedly, very clearly be Bruno Fernandes. Remember, it's not I know a lot of the players that I picked won the league for Arsenal, but it's not about who you won the trophy, it's the individual player. So let's see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.